Alrighty, okay, so welcome to your private session.
Thank you.
This is my father, Ryan.
Nice to see you all.
Alright, so first I want to go over your intake form.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do that first. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. Thank you for filling it out.
Sure.
When was your last class? Good, good. Okay, so just so you know, so the style we practiced the other day was a vinyasa flow, the ones you've done with me so far.
That wasn't my favorite.
That's fair. What didn't you like about it?
It was, I think, more difficult for someone in my age group to do that effectively for the whole hour.
Okay, well hopefully...
Either, and I don't know, I think this is your call, but or how this works. Either that it has to be a little bit less intense for an hour, or could it be that intense in less than an hour?
Like 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, good to know. Let me write that down. Let me get a pen. Okay. All right.
But I think there's two different ways to do it. You know, you gear it to a less intense kind of thing. Because I think that would be more enjoyable for people, even if it was only half an hour.
Okay.
You know, in your mind, you're saying, well, I'll just do it hard for 20 minutes and take the last 10 minutes off. You know?
Right. Cool. Okay. Okay, so today is going to be more, I would say well, we'll go over that in a minute. Let me finish your form. How often do you practice yoga? 3 times in your life? I like that. Okay. So improve your flexibility. That's great. So we'll definitely work on that today. So your goals and expectations. What do you hope to benefit? Flexibility, balance, and stress relief. Definitely. We'll definitely work on that. One thing that we can also add in here, which I will throw in here, is tree. That can be a good balance one to start with. All stretching types. This will be great. Lots of stretching that I've created for you today. Yes, you're very active. Walk or jog 6 miles a day, 5 to 6 times a week. Okay, you're feeling very stressed, have a hard time feeling present. So this will definitely help with that. And yeah, I would say you eat better than a 3.
Yeah, maybe a 4. You know, I mean, it's different. I probably was a 2 or a 3 for a long time.
Right.
Maybe not a 2, but a 3.
I just don't think you probably ate enough over the years.
Yeah, the snacking is something but I'm still doing that, but not like I did. And I'm eating better. I mean, I'm consciously very aware of my diet, which is good. I'm not obsessing about it, but it's good.
Right. Okay. Is there anything that you feel like you need help with in terms of nutrition?
I don't think so, because you and I talk about it, you know. There's nothing in that I can think of right now.
Okay. Gut issues, yes. And one thing we can do too is I want to do an Ayurvedic quiz with you. Quiz. And that can help with some gut stuff. Okay, we got your list of meds. Anything else to add? Good to go. Sweet. Okay. Form looks great, very helpful. I think everything you said will definitely what I created for us today. So you're going to take this with you.
Okay.
So we'll go over it together. So, okay. So things I wrote down for you were stress relief and mood improvement, meditation and mindfulness.
Which I've gotten away from.
Yes.
I mean, curiously, I used to go to, I think I with few exceptions, I'd go every day to St. Patrick for half an hour and just sit quietly, and I have not done that in a long time.
Okay.
So, I mean, because, whatever, not that I didn't, it wasn't intentional in terms of purposeful, like I'm not getting anything out of it, I just got away, it's like a habit, you just get away from it, you know?
Right. So getting back into that, or maybe doing this a couple times a week?
Well, yeah, a combination, yeah. I'm going to be honest, I don't know how much of this I'm going to do.
Sure, but it's all printed up for you, so if you want to try.
Absolutely, no question.
And you don't have to do, listen, there are, how many did I do? We're going to do 20 postures,
Yeah, that's a lot.
which is a lot. But the whole point of this is that all of these I put in here in hopes that even if you did one,
Yeah.
not only is it going to help with the mindfulness and the stress relief, but also any arthritis. I considered arthritis in terms of like your wrists. You're telling me sometimes your wrists bother you.
And my toes.
Yeah, and your
Big
toes.
toe, yeah.
And then muscular tension in your hips.
Oh
So-
God, my left hip is ridiculously tight.
Okay, so we're going to get into that.
I mean, here, watch this, just. And then I can,
Right.
whoa, but
Careful,
I got
alright,
a
alright.
bad knee.
Okay, here we go.
But it's, my hip is more flexible.
Okay,
That's as far as I can.
right.
It
So we're
really
gonna-
feels tight.
We're going to work on it.
And I can't get any lower.
Okay, well, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to tell you, because I thought you might think this was interesting. So, stress relief and mood improvement. So, studies show that in just 6 weeks, doing it a couple times a week, that the participants had a more compassion for self
Oh.
and
nice.
lower anxiety.
That's perfect.
Okay? UCLA did a study
Uh-huh.
that reduced inflammation and promoted mental clarity.
Oh, I don't doubt any of this, you know, I mean, I know, well, you know, I read a lot about it. The prayerful part of meditation, and it's lowers blood pressure, I mean, it's just good, it's,
Well, and yoga.
yeah, well, that's, I mean, that's a
It's-
form of it all,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
And also deepens your sense of awareness to be less reactive, to better deal with life stressors, and to neutralize discomfort and pain. So that was from an arthritis study, which while it wasn't necessarily about it removing pain, but being able to better deal with the pain.
Right.
So yeah, arthritis. Okay, so here was this specific study. Reduced pain in the joint, improved flexibility, improved movement of your synovial and your lymphatic fluid. Do you know what those are?
Mhm.
Okay. Decreased inflammation and strengthen the muscles around the joint.
Oh, okay,
So what I did is in here, everything, so I put at the end, I have what arthritis, like what it does,
yeah,
and then hips.
oh, okay, yeah,
So we'll get into hips. So muscular tension.
okay.
So kind of probably know this, right? So the tension's probably from overuse during exercise, particularly because you walk and run, because you're doing linear movements, right?
Right.
You're not getting into the rotational of the hip joint. So we're going to work on that.
Right,
And everything with a double asterisk is going to be a hip opener.
okay,
So something to help you with your hips,
okay,
okay? So if your hips are bothering you, just look for all the ones with the double asterisks,
okay,
okay? Yeah, so we'll strengthen your hip muscles, stretch your hip muscles, lengthen your glutes, release your adductors and your abductors. So your adductors for your inner thighs, think about what, like you're adding your legs. Abductors are your outside,
okay.
okay? And that, if you, like your knee pain, your adductors and your
Yeah,
abductors.
this is something that gets out of, thank God I can pull it back, I mean, I have to bring it up and then out. But if I don't know what it is, I think an MCL, I mean, I don't know what this is.
It
but-
could be, is it your left hip, right?
No, well, it's my left hip, yeah, but what?
It's because your left hip is tight, you're probably compensating on your right knee.
Oh, I might be, but I
Yeah.
mean, when I do that, I'll start to stretch and then I can feel it, there's something going on right here, and then I've been doing it for years. Usually I have to lay on my back and then pull my leg up and then release whatever this is. So one time, it wasn't that, it was a couple of months ago, I could not get it to release. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna have to go to like the ER, because it was like, I could only get my leg, I couldn't get it completely open, you know? Yeah, anyway, but it worked.
But this will all help with
Yeah.
that. Okay, so the last thing was inversions. So an inversion is any time your heart is above your head, or your head is below your heart, right? So anytime, basically you're
How can your
upside
heart
down.
be ahead?
Your heart can be above.
Oh, I see what you're saying, so
Okay,
you're right,
so a
standing on your
back
head.
bend, or, right, inversions, basically anytime the two are flipped, okay?
Okay.
So inversions, this is something, everything with one asterisk is an inversion, and I included them here because it's one of the big benefits of yoga to do inversions, and you don't have to do like a headstand by any means. It increases blood flow to the brain, which can help improve focus, concentration, and mental clarity. Recirculates the blood to the heart, which helps regulate hormones and reduce stress. Stimulates your lymphatic system. Improves digestion. Decompresses the spine, so it can help with any back pain, which could eventually happen from hip pain. It also increases energy and builds body awareness, right? Because you're viewing things from a slightly different perspective. And so inversions, like if you're feeling fatigue or you didn't sleep well, an inversion, think about like because like the blood flow, right? It can help with your energy. But I want to tell you, be sure to always back out of everything slowly. Any inversion posture, because it can cause lightheadedness, which makes sense. Right?
Okay, yeah.
So, again, anything with 2, and I have it on here, anything with 2 asterisks is for your hips, anything with 1 is for inversion.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Cool. You want to get started?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm just going to talk through this, so it's not going to be as much of a class as it
Okay.
is like talking you through something you can do at home.
Okay.
Okay. So, each posture on here is the name of the posture, and I put some of the Sanskrit in here for you just for kicks. I didn't do it for everything.
Okay.
The first bullet is like what it does, right?
Okay.
So seated Sukhasana
Okay.
will do calms your mind.
Mhm.
It stretches your knees, ankles, hips, groin, and outer thigh.
Okay.
Strengthens back muscles and improves your posture. And then I wrote down instructions so you know when you're not with me how. Okay.
Yeah.
So for example, find a comfortable seat.
Yeah.
So we can find a comfortable seat together. Okay. You can
Okay.
face whichever way.
Okay.
Yeah, face that way. Cross-legged position. Lengthen spine by sitting up tall. Pulling shoulder blades down the back. Broadening the chest. Reaching crown of head high to lengthen the neck. Palms on knees. Go. Take slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose.
Out of the mouth.
Nose. There you go. There you go. One more. Now. That's great. How did that feel?
Yeah, I
The
just feel tightness in here.
Tightness. Okay,
Yeah.
so one thing you can do, we can get you blocks like at Marshall's. Does that feel better?
Yeah.
Okay. Would it feel good to have something under your butt, you think?
No.
No? Does that feel a bit more relaxed? You don't have to
I mean, I really have to do.
Here, look, here. Get a little more relaxed, soften your belly. Okay, maybe tilt forward a little on your sit bones. Like lift your butt up a little when you tilt forward. There you go. Okay, now sit back down. How's that feel?
Fine.
Okay, one thing you could do too is you can do this against the wall.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If
so
it'll
you're
just
back.
help you
Yeah,
relax
yeah.
a little bit.
Okay.
Okay?
Fine.
So that's seated Sukhasana.
Okay.
And I literally, I'm gonna read out all the instructions because
Okay.
it tells you exactly what to do. So in case
Okay.
you have questions, and then underneath each how, I have a mod, which is like a modification.
Okay.
So you can put a towel underneath your tush,
Right.
or a block, or like we did, you can put a block under your knees. So we'll write
Okay.
that down.
Right. I can get pillows and stuff too. Or something.
Yeah, or pillows. Pillows are great. So we'll come back into our seated Sukhasana, and we're gonna do some seated twists. So from seated, inhale, arms rise up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left. So take your right hand over to your left knee. Okay, there you go. And we're gonna bring this arm to the ground. There you go. Now inhale, think about lifting the crown of your head high. And exhale, gently twist a little further. You can use your right hand to pull yourself a little bit more over.
Right here.
Your right hand, yeah.
Why
So
would
like
that pull me
creating
over?
some tension, like this. I'll show you. So as you're lifting up, and you cross over, right? You can
Yeah.
push.
Oh, on this side.
Yeah, but just using your right hand to kind of pull
Oh,
onto the
I
knee.
was on this side.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go. And so here, 3 breaths is a really nice amount here to kind of just loosen up and feel the stretch. This is great for your spine and your digestive system. And now inhale, come back up to center, arms rise. Look up, lift the ribs up. And now twist to the other side. So left hand on right knee, right hand behind you. And when you inhale, think about lengthening, and exhale's the twist. Right, like you're moving air out of the body so you can twist a little bit deeper. back to center, lifting the hands up. There you go. And then hands back on the knees. And this is a really great position for meditation. Also, this is considered like a receiving posture.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll say this is great for digestion and spine. Okay. And this is in a series. You could literally do the whole thing. We're gonna do the whole thing in order, but just know you don't always have to if you're not in the mood.
Okay.
So seated forward fold. So here, you can stay like this, or if you want, you can bring your legs out in front of you. Whichever. Sometimes it feels good to do them crossed. Let's do both. We'll start with our legs crossed.
Okay.
From seated, legs crossed. We're gonna inhale, arms rise to the sky again. Think about your palms facing one another. There you go. Pull the shoulders down. There you go. Now here, let's come. Here, follow me. Let's go. Swing your arms up like this, shoulder height. Okay, now turn your palms in. And now lift them up. There you go. Perfect. So then you're going to inhale, lift the ribs. And hinging at the hips. So think about hinging at the hips. Keep trying to keep your back straight. And you can lean over the legs. Bring your arms down to the mat. There you go. Now, are you feeling the stretch?
Oh, God.
Yeah?
They did right here.
In your hips.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
not this much this
But that one.
Yeah.
It's tight. So note which foot is in front, okay? So your right foot's in front. And then again,
My left foot's.
right, left foot, sorry. And then you're gonna do 3 breaths here, okay? And every time you exhale, think about you can round your back a little if it feels good. Okay, again, you can use those blocks too in front of you if you want to put a block under your hands. And then slowly walk your hands back up. And now switch your legs. So your other legs in front. Sometimes it feels kind of funny doing it, but that's a good thing. As long as it doesn't hurt. Feels okay? Now remember, you can keep those blocks under your knees.
This knees.
Maybe use a block. There you go. Take some of the pressure to help a little.
But you know what? I feel like I want to stretch it.
Okay, just go easy. Well, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Okay.
Just let it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Inhale, arms up again. Exhale to hinge at the hips. Fold over the legs. There we go. Keep stretching. Keep breathing. And inhale, walk your hands back up. All right, now we're gonna try it with the legs out. Now, one thing you can do here is put blocks or pillows under your knees. You can do one under each one. Yeah, there you go. It just makes it a little easier. Now here, do this with me. Take your flesh under your sit bone and just pull it out. There you go. Kind of, can you feel your sit bones underneath you?
My hip bones?
Your sit bones.
Sit? No. Oh, wow. You gotta, oh, wow. I'm sitting on, it hurts.
No, don't sit on your hands. No.
Oh.
No. Just pull your,
Oh, I can
your
feel the side.
flesh.
I can feel the side.
Okay, yeah, okay, now pull your hands out. There you go. Now, can you feel your sit bones underneath you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So same thing, we're gonna inhale, arms rise tall. And then hinge at the hips, try to keep the spine long. But then the moment you need to bend the back, okay? Bring the hands to the legs or wherever they come, wherever it feels good. Okay, and now breathe into it. You can slowly let the chin fall towards the chest, release the back of the neck. One thing that might feel good too is you can always bring the hands to the mat. You can bring them outside the legs too, which might feel nice, and just let the arms kind of relax here. And just use kind of your body weight and your torso to pull your chest forward. How does that feel?
I can feel it.
Yeah. Where are you feeling it?
Ear.
Okay. Good. One more big breath here. Okay, we'll come up here. So next we're going to come into butterfly. So let's remove our blocks. Okay, now we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. So this relieves tension in the hips and promotes flexibility. So this will be a great thing to promote flexibility. So you can kind of scoot your butt out behind you a little bit. There you go. Perfect. And the feet can come, the further out you go, the easier it's going to be, okay?
Yeah, no, I get
Right. The further in, the bigger of a stretch.
Right.
So we'll start with the feet out. So you can grab your ankles here. You can bring them in a little bit more, but only do what's comfortable. How are your hips feeling with your knees out like this?
Okay, my groin, I can feel it right here.
Yeah, it's a big groin stretch. Because again, you can always put these under your knees.
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna grab our ankles and we're just gonna try to straighten our backs up, pulling the shoulder blades down. You can also roll the shoulders back to help bring the shoulder blades down. Chin's neutral. Close the eyes and breathe here for 3. Inhale deep. Bring it into the belly. Big exhale out. One more. Bring it all the way down. Think about pulling the breath all the way to the groin. And then let it out. How's that feel? Okay. So now with our hands, our palms on our ankles, like this. Grab a little grab. Perfect. We're going to do what's called a butterfly cat-cow, okay? So as we inhale, we're going to gently pull our chest just slightly forward as if we're pulling it through our arms. Let the head look up and lay back, opening up the throat. And then as you exhale, round the back, tuck the chin.
All right, round the back, come on, do it.
Round the back.
Oh, round the back.
So that's inhaling. Now exhale, round the back. Go ahead and let your belly fall back. There you go. Inhale, pull yourself forward again. As if you're pulling your chest through your arms. Look up at the sky, open the throat. And then exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. You should feel flexion in the spine. Inhale up. And just go at your own pace here. Pausing wherever it feels good. Now, if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, after your cat-cow, I'll let you take your cat. You can walk your hands out in front of you a little bit and do a little bit of a butterfly forward fold. Now, if that feels like too much, then don't go any further. Okay? How's that feel?
Tight.
Tight. Okay, now breathe through it. So breathe into where it feels tight. Like as if you can send breath to that point. Hold it for a moment. Now let it go. Do that again. Really inhale. Sip in a little bit more. Send it to where it feels tight. And then exhale it out. That's awesome. One more. Exhale. That's great. Okay, so come on up. We'll close our legs. You can put your hands on the outside of your knees. Close them up. Help your legs. Now we're going to swing our feet around the left side of our body. We're going to come into tabletop. Take your time.
I can't rotate on my knees like that.
Okay, how does it feel under your knees? Do you want some padding?
No,
on your
no,
knees?
that's fine.
Okay, so one thing that can help.
Ah, my back is killing me.
Okay, well this will help. If your wrists hurt a little, okay, you can always bring your hands to a block because it's a little more padded.
Okay.
You can also scoot the block out a little bit and see how the angle
Well, let's
is a
just see,
little.
let's just do it without the block.
Do it without it, but I'm just saying that's here
I
for you.
understand. Okay.
Also, one more mod, because I got lots of mods in here to relieve wrist discomfort. Yeah, place the hands a little bit more forward, reducing the angle. You can also place your forearms on the mat.
Okay.
But for now, if that feels comfy, cool. Oh, also, you can tent the fingertips. You can also do fists,
Okay.
okay? Lots of mods. So, tabletop. Increases spinal mobility, flexibility, okay? Creates motional balance and stimulates digestion in your kidneys. Sorry, stimulates digestion and then stimulates your kidneys and adrenals,
Oh,
okay? So, begin on all fours. Bring your knees under hips, looking good. Hands under shoulders, knees hip distance apart, creating
Hands on your shoulders.
hands under shoulders.
On your shoulders.
There you go. But remember, you can bring them out if
No,
your
I
wrists
got
hurt.
you now.
Okay. Hips distance apart, creating a table with the body. So we're gonna do that same cat-cow we did in butterfly, okay? So we're gonna inhale, arch the back, let the belly drop, and then look up to the sky, or look up as much as you can, even if it's just like looking at your eyebrows. Opening the chin, there you go. Now exhale, tuck the tailbone, rounding the lower back. There you go. Other way. So that's inhale. That's inhale to cow. Now we're gonna exhale, round the spine.
Wait a minute, I thought I was going round when I was inhaling. Am I doing up when
So
I'm inhaling?
when I say round, we're rounding it like a big arch up this way, okay? Otherwise you're arching your back. So look at me for a second. So when I inhale, I'm arching my back.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, think about a cow mooing.
Right.
And then I'm gonna round my spine, coming into cat. And it helps, there you go. Exhale, there you go. Beautiful, I love that pelvic tilt. Push into the hands, inhale it up. Exhale, push into the hands, round the spine, take your time. Inhale through, think about opening the chest, opening the throat. Exhale, round. Now push into right here. Push up into your hands, there it is. How's that feel?
Good.
Good, all right, one
Hey,
more.
Miles,
Yes, I made this playlist for you
where did you get this song? I don't remember
on
this.
Spotify. This is the one that we always
Oh, it
listen
is?
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, it's like a live one.
Oh, okay.
And then one last one. Inhale. Inhale up to cow. One more. And then exhale round the spine. Push in between the shoulder blades like you did earlier. Oh, that's great. Oh, awesome. Now let it go. Okay. Now from here, come back to your child's pose. Okay. Child's pose is probably like the most calm other than the last pose, which is Shavasana. So it quiets the mind, soothes the adrenals and the lymphatic system, stretches the back, hips, thighs, and ankles. So how? It's considered a recovery posture. So again, we'll come in from our tabletop, okay? You can keep your knees this wide, or what might feel nice is bring them a slightly wider. We'll play around though. We'll see what feels good. Bring your toes towards each other or touching, big toes touching. Just flat. Your toes can be flat, toes untucked. Here you go. Yeah, just toes touching. Bring hips back to sit your hips towards your heels. Okay, how's that feel?
Real tight along my thighs.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead and sit up a little bit. Okay, now sit back. Does that feel any better?
Yeah, but I mean, take it out of there. I want to get the stretch.
Well, yeah. Okay, now walk your hands out and try to just bring your chest towards the ground.
Oh, wait a minute.
There you go. Now, can you lean your hips towards your, can you lean your tush towards your heels anymore? Okay, you can walk your hands in. The goal is to bring your hips as close to your heels, even if it means lifting the chest. How's that feel?
I'm feeling stretched.
Okay. Now, another thing you can do is I can place a block under your forehead.
Am I supposed to go right down to the ground?
No, you're not supposed to. It's just whatever feels nice. It might just take some pressure off of your
We're
head.
good.
Okay, now breathe. You're holding your breath. So big inhale, feel the back of your body. Exhale, let yourself fall a little further back. There you go. Inhale through. Breathe into where it's tight. And exhale it out. Let's try to do a 4-count inhale. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's great. Now walk slowly. Walk your hands up a little.
This way?
Towards your body. There you go. Okay, now I want to try one more thing. So bring your knees closer together. Okay, now try to sit back on your heels. And then bring your chest down a little. Okay, how far down can you go where that feels comfortable?
It's good.
That's good. Does it feel a nice stretch?
My groin, yeah.
Okay, does it feel good?
I don't know. It feels to hurt.
Okay, here, I'm gonna take your hat off. I want you to try something.
Uh,
Okay. Rest your forehead on the block.
Still, it's the, that's why people
I know.
hate stretching, because it hurts. It's
Now,
like a nerve
I'm gonna
hurt,
bring
you know
this
what I mean?
up and just see what this feels like. Letting the arm relax a little. How does that feel?
I mean, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be feeling.
It's not supposed to. I just want you to tell me
I
how it
feel the tendons or whatever stretching.
feels in your groin.
Yeah, and it's not a real but it's not something that I have to stop right now, but it's not a comfortable feeling. That's why I
Okay.
hate stretching.
Okay. So big inhale, send it to your groin. Exhale. Big inhale. Awesome. exhale. There you go. One more big inhale. And exhale. There you go. And then you can slowly come up. This was just to show you can always put your arms behind you, okay? So go ahead and come up. I want to show you something. So, child's pose.
And then the hips too.
Yeah, oh, it's a big hip, yeah. So listen, when I go like this for me, okay?
Yeah.
This to me stretches more of my back,
Okay.
okay? But I'm pretty flexible. So if I bring my knees wide, like hip max width, and I
Right.
set my hips back, that's how I get into my hips, okay?
That's easier or harder?
I think it's harder.
Well, because you're stretching your groin.
Right, more. But what I'm telling you is start with your knees more narrow, and then as you find flexibility,
Right. I got
you
you.
can walk your knees out,
Yeah.
okay? Okay, cool.
Is that where we are? So we just did all that. Okay.
We should do that. And don't listen. It shouldn't hurt. And it's gonna. If you continue to try to do this, you can put a pillow between your tush and your feet. Okay, so when you're back in child's, it doesn't have to be a block. And that way you can kind of sit back on the pillow a little bit.
Right.
Kind of squish the pillow if you need, or let the
Okay.
pillow provide some cushion.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna come into downward facing dog. So we did this in the class a few times. So we're gonna tuck our toes. Now you'll tell me if
This
this
way?
feels okay. Yep, perfect.
You see, I got big toes.
Okay, we'll see how it
The
feels.
joints. You know.
Okay, so we're gonna push into the hands and lift the knees.
I don't know if I
It's
can.
okay, and we're just gonna send our hips up and back like
I don't
this.
think I can. My
Your toes are too
the
much?
joints. Right here, the joint
Okay.
really hurts a lot. But let me here. I think I got to get into the pose first.
Yeah, we'll
I just
try.
can't. All right, now what?
That's it, pretty much.
Oh,
Can you straighten your knees a little bit more?
straighten them up.
Yep, there you go. Okay, perfect. Find yourself in a plank. Can you do a plank?
Like with my elbows.
No, like with your on your wrists, like that.
What? I don't know what a plank is.
Okay,
And I
so
thought
you're
I
gonna.
did, but I
No, it's
don't.
okay. Now just maybe walk your hands out a little bit. So your hands are under your shoulders.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Okay, so we're not going to stay here. Now, I'm going to help adjust you here. Now we're going to push your hips up and back. There you go. That's downward dog. How does that feel on your toes?
Oh, not too bad. I'm on my ball on my feet.
But yeah, you're supposed to be on the ball. That's why I wanted to get you in here to see if it felt different. Okay, now walk your right hand in just a little bit. There you go. Push into your forefinger and your thumb. Okay? Spread your fingers wide. Now push down into the knuckle of your index finger, and push into here. Like you're kind of, that's where the energy should be. Okay? Now hips up and back. Okay? How does that feel?
I got a good stretch in the calves.
Okay, and you should feel in your hamstrings a little. Now you can walk your feet out a little. So bend one leg at a time, bend one knee at a time.
Yeah, show me. I don't know what you're saying.
You're good. Just go ahead and bend this knee.
Okay, this knee.
Yep. Bend your right knee. Keep your feet down. Yeah, there you go. Now bend the other one and straighten this one.
Oh,
There you go. Yeah, just back and forth. Now does that work the hamstrings a little?
well, it's working the calf.
Well, there you
it's not
go.
working behind my thighs.
Okay. Now, can you push into your hands?
Wait a
And,
minute, I gotta stop. Oh,
oof. Okay. There you go. That was a lot.
it's too long. Yeah.
Too
I
long.
can't do that
Okay.
too long.
Okay. Good to know. So downward dog. Okay.
Okay.
That's considered an inversion.
Oh, okay. I got
Okay.
you. All
Okay.
right.
So take your time here.
Yeah.
So I'll just so releases tension from your neck and back. Obviously, an inversion circulates your blood flow. Okay. Since it's a weight-bearing posture, it's also obviously very strengthening. Okay, strengthens the arms and the shoulders. But here's what I wanted to show you. How are you feeling? You okay?
Yeah.
So you can walk your feet in a little, and I'm lifting my hips up and I'm pushing into my hands so my torso is coming towards my thighs.
Right.
Now, if I just try to lower my hips a little or my heels a little bit, now I'm feeling a stretch in the whole back of my leg.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so now if I bend my knees, I'm getting a stretch in my glutes
Okay.
and in my calves. Straightening, I'm getting all the stretch. Okay, pushing into your thumb and your forefinger here relieves pressure on your wrist. Okay, that's what that's for.
Okay.
So that's just a good one. One, to help circulate blood flow, and it's just strength building.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's downward dog. So we'll do forward fold. So we don't need to come from downward dog. We'll just stand up actually.
Stand up.
Yep. All right. Now I'm going to show you what you could do. Okay. So if you wanted to practice coming in from downward dog, okay? You'd inhale to look at your hands, and you'd walk your feet to your hands, okay? That's one way to get into what we're about to do. And this is going to be a standing forward
do
fold.
what you're doing?
Well, because I didn't want you to go back into downward dog.
Because then what?
I didn't want you to have to go back into downward dog.
No, but you said walk into it. Why can't I just start where it
Well,
is?
we can. We're going to do that instead.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Because I don't
ahead.
even know if I can walk into it.
well, right. Options here. I'm just showing
Yeah,
you
yeah,
options. Okay. So, with your feet, here, stand back up for me. So, bring your feet under your hips. Okay. And kind of think about stacking your body parts on top of each other. Okay. Roll the shoulders back. Shoulders pulling down the back. Okay. We're going to inhale. Arms rise. Look up like we did in the seated. And like seated, okay, we're gonna hinge at the hips and we're gonna fold over the legs. Come down as much as feels good. It's a great place for blocks. Okay, use the height that feels good, yep. All right. Now in our forward fold, go ahead and let the,
See, what is that? Is that a nerve that runs down? Why does that feel like such nerve pain?
yeah, you're really tight.
Is it nerve pain?
It could be your sciatic nerve.
Okay.
Where is it?
But
Is it in like the back of your butt? Like
no,
below
it's
your
right.
butt cheek?
It's coming all the way up
I
here.
think you're just crazy tight.
Oh, that's just muscle
I
stretch,
think
but
muscle.
it's a very
Like
unpleasant
zingy?
feeling.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
yeah, like an electrical kind of.
Okay, so bend the knees. Okay. Think about bringing.
I used to know years ago. Just my brother and I, when we could go like this, and I could put my hands
like
flat.
this.
I could do that. Yeah.
Well,
It
hey.
seems like I could do that 10 years ago.
Well, listen. You keep this up, you might be able to still do it.
Okay.
Listen. Why get my joints from you?
Yeah.
You have an opportunity to be flexible.
Wow.
Okay, so here, standing forward fold. Okay.
Oh, I want to stretch my knee. You know
You
what?
want to bend the knees.
How about our knees go back?
Well, yeah, exactly, which is dangerous.
It is because you know what I do? Maybe that's how it's like, because I don't bend my legs.
Right.
And you said Joe kind of runs.
Right.
But then when I'm going off a curb,
Oh.
I do this. And oh my God, I'm going to like break my
I feel
leg.
like my leg's gonna snap. I know. I do it all the time. So here, standing forward
But I
fold.
want to hear, and then, oh,
Oh, no. I want back out of that. Back out of that.
okay.
Okay.
You're not supposed to do that. Okay.
Should you be screaming, ow? No. So keep a bend in the knees. Bend the knees. Generous. Let's start generous. Big bend. Okay. Crown of the head. Try to think about the crown of your head coming towards the mat. So bringing the head down. There you go. Chin to chest. But relax. Not like yanking the chin to your chest. Just relaxing your back. Okay. And keeping the head down.
No, I know, I'm just doing
There you go. Now as you inhale, really just try to relax the crown of the head down. There you go. Inhale, taking the breath in, feel the belly push against the thighs. Exhale, let yourself fold a little deeper. There it is. Alright, now keep yourself over here. Now heel toe, your feet out a little wider. There you go. Okay, now we're gonna try it again, okay, with your hips wider. So inhale. Exhale, let yourself fold. Look at that, that's great. Now, are you still feeling it with your knees bent? Okay.
If I really put my body down, I can feel like right here.
Perfect, okay.
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah, well, the goal,
Like if
think about
I'm
towards.
running my,
You're bringing your torso
shoulders.
towards your legs.
yeah, well that's, okay, that's what
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So I'll read through, keep going, keep breathing, right? So standing forward fold, you're quieting your mind, rebalancing your nervous system, okay? So this position, again, inversion, right? Your heart is above your head, so we're reducing stress and fatigue. This is great for your liver and kidneys, okay? And it can relieve insomnia. Obviously, it's a huge stretch. So exhale, hinging at the hips, reach toward the ground, touch the legs or blocks. Inhale to breathe breath into the back of the body. Exhale to release tension and bring the torso toward the legs. Okay? Now I want to try something. Grab opposite elbows with your hands. Like this.
I mean, on the
No,
things here?
no, here,
Oh,
just like this. Okay. I'm gonna help you. So we're gonna try to fold forward again. Think about bringing your head in between your biceps.
oh. Ooh, I'm feeling no good.
Dizzy?
A little bit.
Okay. Here, we'll just slowly come up. Slowly, slowly.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, my lower back.
Okay.
Wow. Right here.
Sore.
Right here.
Just a big stretch. How's it feel?
I mean, it's okay now, yeah.
Okay. So that, when we come down like this, Dad,
Mhm.
is called ragdoll. And what you could try to do eventually is just give yourself a little sway back and forth. Okay. So remember, easy. So we come in like this, right? We come in like we did our seated. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, very slow. Hinge at the hips. Come forward. Grab opposite elbows. Slowly bringing the head. Now, if it feels like too much, bend the knees. We can bend the knees as much as we need to bend the knees, okay? How's it feel? And then you can swing a little. How's that feel?
Good.
And then when you're ready, slowly on the inhale, roll up really slow, like you're stacking each vertebrae on top of one another. Slow, 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 slow.
Good.
Good?
It hurt less.
Good.
You know what I mean, the stretch. It's
Number
like
two, there we
stretch
go.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that stretched before, you know, the more
Yeah.
you stretch, the easier it is to stretch. you know
Right,
what I mean?
exactly. All right, now
But I'm so tight now, I don't want to stretch, you know what I mean?
Wow.
It's like, I used to be able to, like, you know, you put one foot out, and you put this thing on the thing, and you could just put grab your bottom of your
Right.
feet. I
You did
can't
one of these.
even reach the top
Just
of my
one of
toe.
these.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you two postures that are a little bit more strength building. Okay, but they're still going to work on. I was going to show you sun salutations, but we'll do that another time.
Okay.
Okay. So it's in here, and I wrote tree instead. So we'll do tree and sun salutations next time. Okay. So chair. So chair improves balance. Okay.
Chair.
It's called chair.
Okay.
It improves your balance, stability, and it strengthens your thighs, ankles, lower back, and your core. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through it. So from standing, okay, so come to standing again, just like we did, hips, feet under hips, okay, stand tall. We're going to bend the knees and send the hips back like you're going to sit in a chair. There you go, and then stop wherever that feels. How's that feel? There you go. Okay, that's good. Okay, perfect. That's a great chair, Dad. Okay, now, inhale, arms rise in line with the shoulders. So bring them down by the sides. We'll try again. Bring them up shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep pulling your shoulder blades in. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, how's that feel?
Good.
That's chair.
That's right here.
Feeling it in the quads?
Yeah.
Now try to kind of round the pelvis as if you're pointing your tailbone down towards the ground. Taking an arch out of the lower back. There you go. Beautiful. Now for a little extra, you can lift the arms up like that.
Okay.
Okay, now lift them back down, put them back down. Now go ahead and stand up slowly.
Oh, I can feel it in here too.
In your groin,
Yeah.
in your inner thighs. Okay, now we're gonna try it with your feet together. Okay, or your knees touching. Your feet don't have to necessarily be touching, okay? So go ahead and bring a bend into the knee. Sit back in your chair. Now remember, you always want to see your toes on the other side of your knees. Can you still see your toes?
Your other side, what do you mean?
Like in front of your knees.
Yeah.
Okay, now press your knees together. It should take a little bit of the pressure out of the inner thigh, but you're still working the inner thigh. Okay, now bring your hands up to prayer at the center of your chest. Chair. It's a beautiful chair. And breathe here for 3. Now you can close your eyes if that's extra balance, or you can gaze out in front of you about maybe 3 or 4 feet in front of you.
Too much tight.
Okay.
Right here.
Shake it up. Okay. But that's a great balance posture to
Yeah.
start and strengthening. You do not have to go as deep as you were going. Okay?
Okay.
So, eagle. This is going to be a silly one.
Legal, L-E-G-A-L?
Eagle.
Oh, eagle.
Like a flying eagle.
Okay.
So this is good for stress. Squeezing out of tension. Again, a big balance posture. Big strengthening posture as well. So from chair, so we're gonna do the arms first, okay? So just bring yourself into like a little chair, since we just did chair, okay? So this is something to work up to if chair's feeling a little easy for you at some point, okay? Bring your arms wide to a T. Now take your right hand, and you're gonna swing it under. You got it. Now take your left hand and swing it on top, crossing at the elbows. You're gonna you're gonna wrap around your shoulders. Okay, so that can be an eagle. Okay, squeezing your arms together. So that can be a version of chair called eagle. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Or keeping your arms, like, go ahead and release your hands. You got it. I'm gonna just fold them into each other, like that. You can press the backs of your hands together.
Oh,
there it is. You can even like hook it if you can around your fingers. Yeah, kind of just like push them into each other. There you go. Okay, now the goal is to bring the elbows shoulder height toward. Think toward. There you go. Eagle. Squeeze the arms together. No, not like crazy, but just, gentle squeeze. Okay, now go ahead and stand. Unwrap the arms. We'll do the other side. So you're going to bring the left arm under. Right arm on top. Perfect. And go ahead and give your shoulders a squeeze. Remember, nothing too intense.
Don't like bend or no?
You can bend, yeah. Go ahead and bring the feet together, knees together. Sit back in your chair, hips back. Perfect. Breathe here. Big inhale. Breathe into the shoulder blades. One more. Inhale into the shoulder blades. Exhale. Okay, now stand up and let's just practice the arms. So keeping your arms like this, we're going to bring the forearms back into each other.
I got it.
Okay. And just push the back of the hands together.
You can't do this because we're
like this. Yeah, you're doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, eagle arms. There you go. Now, I'm just going to try something, okay? Try that. You can just like hug, you can even just hug like that. There you go. That's a beautiful eagle arm. It is.
Okay.
Now again, so bring your feet together, bring your knees together. And big inhale. Slowly lower into your chair. Just do a little chair, doesn't have to be a big one. Hips back, think hips back like you're gonna sit at the edge of a chair. Good job. Now inhale up. There you go. That's great. How's that feel?
Sunny. Sunny, sunny, but
Oh yeah, got it. So I'm gonna show you something. Something again we can work on, okay? So, eagle. You can come from standing, okay? So that's chair with eagle arms, what we just did.
Okay.
A full eagle would be coming into the left leg. Again, this is balance. We can work towards this. Stare out in front of you, like 3 or 4 feet. Find a still spot on the ground, okay? You don't necessarily have to, but you can try. You're going to lift your right knee. You're going to cross it over your leg. You're going to kind of sit back in that chair position again with your legs crossed. There you go. Now it's a big balance posture. Okay? So now stand up again. I'm going to hold your hands. I want you to try something. Okay, so uncross your legs. Okay, take a big bend into the left knee. There you go. Now lift the right knee high. Fully cross your leg over it. There you go, like that. Now slide the leg down a little. There you go. Now sit back into your chair. Squeeze your legs together. Big squeeze.
Okay.
Okay? So that's eagle legs.
Wait till it happens to you.
I know.
You don't even understand why you can't stand on one leg.
Right.
Because you're always good.
So, but then you cross your arms. No. But look, you did it. I'm not saying you're going to do it right this second.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You see how I crossed your leg?
Yeah,
Watch me for a sec.
Okay.
Watch me for a sec. See, watch my toes. Look at my toes on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay? See that?
Yeah.
Creates a lot more stability. I can get even lower.
Oh, all right. Well, you got to keep your 2 feet on the ground.
Well, that's what I'm saying for you. But if I want to really work with my balance, now look at my feet.
Yeah. But why can't I just, if I can, without all this, which I
Right.
understand
Sure.
there's a reason for it,
You can do legs and without the arms.
but just see if I can do this, right?
Yep. Find the firm point in front of you. Your gaze is a big part of your balance.
And what do I, how
You can bring your
my
hands into heart center. That's beautiful. Look
Yeah,
at
see,
that.
there's too much other than, oh, how about my, I can do it here.
Now remember, we bend. We always want to come in with a stable. Stand up. Bring the weight into your right foot. Okay, take your time. Weight into the right foot so
Okay.
you're just up on the ball of your left.
Yeah, okay.
Slowly bend that right knee. Shift the hips back a little. Now inhale, lift the left knee high. Cross it over. And you always want to find your still point before you
Oh,
balance.
yeah,
Okay. Shift your weight. Find your firm point. Stare at something. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, cross it over.
Okay.
Okay?
It's better than I normally do, okay.
And listen, these are options.
Yeah, I
You're
got you.
doing it every time.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay. How's that feel?
Good, what now, in terms of if I just to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that good for you to do that?
To balance?
I mean, just, yeah, to just see if you can balance without
Yeah.
all this other stuff
Yes.
too,
You know what you can do? We did tree in a couple of my classes, right? That we did. So look at me. Okay. Shift weight into your right foot. Okay. Actually, don't look at me. Look at like one of those candy canes. Pick a candy cane. Something higher than you.
Oh, okay,
Up
gotcha.
there. Okay. Shift your weight into your right foot. Bring your left foot up onto the ball right next to it. Now try to place your foot just up on your ankle. There you go.
That's hard.
Okay, that's okay. Just and then you set it back down again. Palms facing forward, shoulder blades pulling down the back. Engage the belly. Keep trying. You want more of a straight leg and tree. There you go. Now think about pulling that left knee out a little. Bring your left knee out to the side. There you go. That's tree. You're doing tree. Now do the other side. Remember, you're shifting the weight. Okay. We're shifting the weight into our left leg.
Bend, little bend knee?
You can
or-
have a little micro bend. Just
Micro
a
bend,
nice
okay.
way to think about it. Come up onto your right toes. And just honestly play with just lifting the right foot first even. I don't want to say you're locking out the left leg, but your quad is engaged, okay?
Okay.
In the left leg. You're engaging the belly. Core is a big part of your balance.
What is that that makes me tilt? What is that that never used to happen?
Well, you're older. You're probably not working on your balance as much. There you go.
Oh, like this.
There you go. Think about bringing your knee wide. Right, because this is
I
again
keep
another.
wanting to go this way.
Hey, each side is different, okay? Maybe you just need to start with your foot on the ground. Okay, watch me
I'll
for a
have to
second.
work on this.
Okay, you ready? So I'm shifting my weight. My
You know,
quad
it's
is
my left.
engaged.
My left and all that too, yeah.
Okay. My toes coming up. Just okay.
Okay, I got you.
My belly's engaged. I'm staring forward. My palms are out, which helps with balance. This also helps. A big one.
Okay.
Okay. And just practice coming up onto the toe.
Okay.
Remember, knee wide, because that's going to help strengthen and stretch out that hip as well. Here, watch me again. Watch me again. Oh, I'm lifting. Oh, losing my balance and I'm putting my foot back down. Okay. I start to feel really good like this.
Uh-huh.
I bring it onto here. I'm even shaking a little.
Yeah, well, I know this is not easy for, I mean, the more you practice it, I suppose, right?
There you go. Hands out, palms facing forward, or at heart center. Try heart center maybe.
Actually, I'm drilling, I'm pushing my toe right into the
Well, there you go,
ground.
because you gotta put all your weight into your left leg. Squeeze the glute. Squeeze the quad. Lift the kneecap of the left knee. Squeeze that glute. Squeeze the quad. Belly's pulled in. Belly's strong. Shoulder blades pulling down the back.
I still-
There you go. I know, but that's really good, Dad.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so stay standing. You
Okay.
gotta remember where we're going from here. Okay, Malasana.
Malasa?
Malasana. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get here, but I just want you to think about it. Okay. So, bring your feet wide. Go ahead and face me. Yeah, bring them wider. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is kind of come into a forward fold. Maybe put your hands on the block if you need. Okay. Bring your hands down here. Now, slowly, slowly, can you lower your hips towards the ground?
Am I bending my knees
Yeah,
too?
you're bending your knees.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, there's a block right behind you. Can you see it, that black one?
Yeah.
Can you try to sit your hips down on it? You can lift your heels if you have to.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay, so, go ahead and back out of this real slow. So butterfly would be great for you to work on this, okay? Now you can always lift the heels, but basically what I'm trying to get you in is something like this. And eventually your heels will float down. You can always sit on a block here, okay? Or even like a little chair. But this is huge for your groin and for your hips.
I don't even know if I can do that if I wanted to. Do you know what I mean?
Right. But this is something to aim for. And if it's too much, it's too much.
I don't think I can get
Then
down
don't
there.
do it.
No, I'm gonna.
But this is one of the most common postures in the Eastern world. And it's actually considered one of the reasons why many people might live so old in a lot of those areas. Is because this
You
keeps
feel it all the way through
right.
here.
This keeps your body crazy healthy.
Oh,
You're
well,
restricting blood flow into your hips, okay? Into your digestive system, and then when you come up, fresh blood. Just saying. Science.
you know,
I'm serious. Okay.
with a grain of salt.
With a grain of salt. Okay. Look at this, we're almost at an hour. Okay, so I want us to try a couple things. We're running out of time, but that's okay. So runner's lunge. So go ahead and calm it down onto your hands and knees again.
Say it again.
Hands and knees. Okay. Now, you're kind of get there how you're going to get there. But I want you to take your right leg, put it out in front of you like this. Doesn't have to be like graceful by any means, just kind of getting your foot out there. Okay. Let's put blocks into your hands. Okay. Perfect. Okay. This is runner's lunge with your feet on the inside, okay? Hands on the inside. There you go. Runner's lunge. Okay? Perfect. How's that feel?
I mean, I don't feel anything.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what you're going to do is I'm actually going to, I'm going to take this. Can you heel toe your foot in a little bit? A little bit more? Kind of like where your hand is almost. Now put your hand on this side. There you go. Okay. Now, can you lift up onto your back foot and straighten your leg? No. No? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so from here, press into that left hand. We're going to inhale, raise the right arm up and twist the body. And try to think about pulling that right shoulder blade toward the left, opening the body up. Then exhale it back down. Try one more time. We're going to inhale, right arm to the sky, twist the body open. There you go. Exhale it back down. How does that feel? That feels
Stiff.
like stiff.
I
Okay.
mean, I can feel I'm looking stiff too.
Okay, so basically that's another great stretch for the hips and just, and what I want you to do is kind of like, you can move your left knee back a little bit. I always say kind of knee toe your way back. Like you like push into the top of your foot and just scoot your knee back a little. There you go, perfect. Now, these are called half splits. Great for full
My
back.
toes start to
Oh,
cramp.
no, put your foot down, your toes down. Yeah.
They're cramping.
Okay, we'll take a minute.
Oh.
Okay. Breathe, inhale.
Ow.
Okay,
Tight.
yeah, tight. This might be a little too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
think so.
I'm gonna show you what I was hoping to do. So your back foot is down, but
Yeah.
your toes are down.
No, I know.
You're just gonna slowly lean your hips forward, bringing more of a straight line into here.
Yeah.
And then you can use the blocks, push into the blocks, push into the hands, and then sit your hips back, almost like you're going into a child's. And you're just slowly going back and forth here. That's it. It's a great stretch for the hip, the side of the hip that's open, the left side, and for the groin. But if it feels like too much, we don't need to do it. Slow, slow. Inhale, breathe into it. Exhale, send the hips back. Slow and steady. You only go as far as you can.
Oh, that's as far as I can go right
There you go. Big. Breathe into it. Breathe into where it feels tight. Send the air all the way there. There you go. Now come into neutral. Let's try something real quick. I'm going to bring you up to the top. Okay, now try. Bring the hips forward. Slow, breathe in, inhale. Exhale, stay leaning forward. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Lean a little more forward if you can. How's that feel? Feeling it opening up into the left hip a little bit?
Feels on the inside.
Yeah. The front a little bit? Front
The
of the
inside.
left hip?
No.
The inside.
Groin
Okay.
and down the
Okay.
inside of my thigh.
Okay, now inhale, send your hips back. Now this is going to be more of a stretch for your groin and for the back of your right hamstring. You can even lift the toes up if you want. There you go.
Ooh, and this one too.
There you go. Your quad. Good. Okay, yeah, you are tight. Breathe, inhale, holding your breath. Let it out. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do the other leg. Okay. Now what I want you to do is we're gonna do a quick twist just to even out the sides. So you're gonna push into your right hand. Inhale, left arm rises. Twist open. Inhale. Exhale your left hand back down. Right, now we'll try the half splits again. So inhale over the foot. You might want to pull that foot just slightly more, put back towards your body actually. So you're creating a nice right angle with your knee. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Inhale in. Well, you can tell that hip's even way more open on that side. Keep breathing. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale. Send the hips back. Or stay as long as you need if it's feeling awesome. Always lift those toes. You can just walk your hands forward and back too if that feels good. Nice thing about the splits is that you can really just move yourself back and forth as it feels good too. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath.
Ooh,
How's it feel?
I mean stretched.
Stretched. Okay, we're gonna do, I wanna show you this and we'll try it. This is called half pigeon, okay? So we're gonna come back into here. You're gonna, again, kind of shift your weight to the left. Inhale this leg up, right leg up. You're gonna bring your knee towards your right wrist and swing your right foot out. I think it might be too much for today, but I wanna show you, okay? There you go. So you're gonna bring your right knee towards your right wrist, set it down. Set your set your knee down here. There you go. Now you're gonna try to swing your right foot in front of your left knee. There you go. Now lay your leg down on the mat. There you go. Now you're gonna try to walk your left knee back.
Can I lean on my
Yeah,
right knee?
yeah. Do however you need to get there. Okay.
Now what am I doing?
Ideally, you would come up onto the toes of your left foot and kind of bring your body back like this. Now, so if you need to just put your hands on the mat, put your hands on the mat. Yeah, there you go. It's okay. There you go. There you go. Ooh, okay.
The knee.
Too much. Okay.
I got a bad knee.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I mean, I realize it's bad. Not
Okay.
just now, but
All right,
You gotta
we'll
be
do
careful.
eagle another, or half pigeon another time. We'll start
Okay.
that one. Half splits is gonna help get you into a half pigeon, okay? But this is considered, it's the biggest hip opener.
yeah.
Okay, we'll work that.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, bridges. So come and lay on your back. We'll get into some nice relaxing stuff now. So this again promotes relaxation and alleviates stress. It's great stretch for your chest and neck and spine. So lying on your back, knees bent, perfect. Hips width the distance. Press your feet down into the mat. Arms laying out by your sides, which is perfect. Now, can you tilt your pelvis so as if you're going to pull your pubic bone into your belly bone, pressing your lower back into the
All right,
ground.
now do it again, what?
So we're going to try to take the arch out of your lower back. So just think about bringing the front of your pubic bone and
Okay.
tilting your back so that it comes towards your belly button.
That doesn't even seem like it's possible.
You're gonna kinda- There you go.
I mean,
Your
do I-
hips on the floor.
Do I
Basically, pull your belly button to your spine.
pull my belly button to my spine?
Right. Can you pull using your core, your abdominal
Pull it,
muscles?
you mean just bring it
Pull
down?
it down
Yeah.
into the mat.
I'm
Can
doing
you
it.
flatten your lower back into the mat by tilting your
It seems like I'm
pelvis?
going
There you
up.
go. Ooh, you're tilting. There you go. You feel it a little? There it is. There it is. Okay. Release any tension. Really just, you're relaxing here. You're just tilting your pelvis. Okay? Does it make you want to lift your hips?
No, I'm doing the opposite, I'm driving my back into the mat.
Okay, through your lower back.
Yeah.
Okay. Should feel good.
It feels pretty good.
Okay, good. Alright. So, that's kind of how a nice way to get into bridge, okay? So pushing into the feet, lift the hips.
Lift the hips.
Lift the hips. There you go. Push into your feet. Okay, go ahead and set your hips down. Walk your feet closer to your butt. Okay, bring them hips width distance. So widen your feet.
Why?
Widen them a little bit more. There you go. Now, push into the feet and lift the hips in the air. There you go. Push into the feet, lift the hips.
Glute supposed to be?
Yeah, well, your glutes, squeeze that butt. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift the hips higher. Press the feet into the ground. You can also bring your hands alongside you if you want to press into your palms. Lift those hips. Inhale, big inhale. Exhale, push into your feet. Inhale. Exhale, lift the hips. There it is. Inhale, one more. Exhale, lower the hips to the ground. Go ahead and roll down through the back, lower your hips. Touch the mat. Bring the knees in together. Now walk your feet mat's width. Bring your feet all the way wide, mat's width. Okay, now lean your knees in together. Does that release your lower back a little bit? No? Okay, go ahead and just
Not that I can feel.
move your arms down. Just try to walk your shoulders out a little. There you go. Okay, now just try to relax the body here. Okay, now I want you to do what's called windshield wiper the knees. So you're going to take your knees apart, but leave your feet where they are. Okay? Good. Now you're going to lean your legs over to the right, your knees. There you go. Take your time. I feel a nice stretch in the outer thigh. Go ahead and
Inner
lift
thigh.
outer thigh.
I'm feeling it in the inner.
Oh, okay. I think your
In the
inner
thigh.
thighs are really tight. Inhale, your knees back up. There you go. Exhale your knees to the left. Slow and steady. Feel that nice stretch. And then when you're ready, inhale your knees back up. And now you can just keep going back and forth
So
if
if
you
you put
want.
your legs closer, it's a bigger stretch, right?
Well, actually, it
Your heel-
depends. What I like to do is here. Can you
Or out, you do it.
I like your feet wide, because then what you can do is even if you wanted to here, like let me help you sit up for a minute. So sit up. Okay. So bring your hands behind you. Bring your knees out, like your feet out in front. Knees wide. Feet down. Now what you can do is you can lean into your hands. You can almost like bring your whole leg down, or just
Both?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay, don't do it. But then just a fine movement here. Kind of rotating the hip. So this is really good for your hip sockets. Right? You're rotating, you're creating a rotation in your hip joint that you're normally not getting from walking. And just maybe move the right leg for a minute. Open it, close it. Same on the left, close it. open it. You can leave that right leg right where it is. It shouldn't necessarily feel, it's just like a nice
But
movement.
it's amazing how tight I am right in here.
Okay, I'll see it. And then what we just did, you can do it on your back.
Yeah, I just did that. All right.
Right.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying, options.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
Windshield wiper. Okay. So now, recline twist. So go ahead and come back down on your mat. We did this before. So you can bring your feet and your knees together. And just let the knees fall to the left. Just all the way down.
Both knees?
However far they fall. They don't have to touch the ground by any means. Now bring your right arm up to kind of like a cactus.
Cactus?
Like a little cactus arm. Like that. There you go. Now look at me. You feel a stretch?
Right here.
If you feel it in your lower back at all?
Nope.
Okay, so bring your knees back up. Okay, cross your right leg over your left. Now push into your left foot and just hover the hips just slightly off the ground. And then move your hips over to the right side of your mat. Place them back down on the right. There you go. Now let your legs fall over. Your right foot's gonna hit
This way or that way?
left. Your right foot's gonna hit the mat first.
Maybe. Okay. Oh.
Now do you feel your lower back?
Oh yeah, I feel it right here.
Okay. Now not too much. Always pick your knees up a little if it's too much. You want a bigger stretch, you look at me.
When I look at you, this
Okay.
is stretching right here.
Okay, yeah, it's supposed to be stretching your shoulders as well. You can always just bring your arm back onto your body if it feels like too much.
Some of these stretches you don't mind. It's that one that runs behind your hamstrings all the way down. God, that just feels so uncomfortable.
Okay, so inhale your legs back up. We'll do the other side. And cross your legs. Go ahead and scoot your hips back underneath you so you're in a straight line. So again, we'll try it the same way we did. So go ahead and just let your legs fall to the right. Don't cross your legs just yet. And now you want to cactus out that other arm. That might be a lot. You might feel it in your back. And if not, what I'm going to show you don't necessarily have to
Not
cross.
as bad.
Okay. Now you can take that left leg and
And
lift
this
it.
isn't, I can do more this way.
So there you go.
This one is harder.
So you're tighter on this side. Well, you're right-handed. Maybe that's why. Now, if you want a larger stretch, you can also just bring that left leg and just try to cross it down here or just lift it over your right.
What are you doing
So
now?
you're taking, if you want a deeper stretch, you can just take it and lift it over. There you go. Just let the knee.
Some of these things you can do just because you know to do them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, and again, I'm not being critical because there's a zone you get into. I understand that. But all of this and this, I mean, and it's wonderful, but it might slow you down and maybe a real strategy to it. But I know what I need to do, and I don't do it to stretch my muscles. You know what I mean? But I think this is a good idea to learn these things at least. And you know what? I think 3 or 4 of them is going to be fine.
Right.
So, because you're focused on something else, and you're not focused on how just uncomfortable it is. Like when you're. But you know that. I mean, here, I don't even know if I can do it anymore. But you ran, and maybe this is a terrible thing to do. But remember when you
Right.
and you would do that?
Yeah.
It's just amazing how I can't. I mean, feel this right here.
No,
Is that supposed to be like that?
Yeah, it's tight. It's just tight.
Is it supposed to be that tight?
Well, maybe not that tight, but it's going to be tight on anybody. Because you're stretching the hamstring. I don't love this, though, for you right now.
No, but you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Those are the things. Oh, you can feel it right here too. But when you're running,
Yes.
and then the other thing is standing on a step and
Oh,
doing this
Yeah.
and then that, and then, is that good too? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
here's the thing. My goal was to show you all of these, and then we would do them in a series.
Yeah.
Like where I led you with breath, and it would be
Yeah.
calming.
No,
Okay,
and I
but I
got to
wanted-
remember to breathe too.
That's huge.
What is now because it's good for your head, or is it?
You're bringing fresh oxygen into your muscles.
Okay, so it's you're less likely to pull a muscle then.
Yeah.
Okay, good, okay, yeah, I gotta remember to do that.
Think about it, like if you're oxygenating
Because
the blood.
when you're stretching, there's a party that wants to like not breathe. You know
Right,
what I
well your
mean?
muscles need the
Yes,
oxygen.
yes, yes,
Your
yes,
blood needs the oxygen.
yes.
Alright, we're gonna do 2 more. Okay, so come back down on your back. Okay, get comfy. Maybe like walk, does it make, what is it, when I say walk your shoulder blades down your back, does that make sense?
No.
Okay, so like lift your shoulders off the mat, like puff your chest up. No, set your shoulder blades back down. Does that like open up your chest a little bit?
I can't tell, I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna balance it. So go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Okay, now can you put your feet up like you're gonna stand on the wall with your knees bent? Can you reach your toes or reach behind your knees?
Yeah.
Keep your head on the ground. Okay, now can you pull your knees in towards each other and towards your armpits?
Pull my knees in toward my
Armpits, like,
Oh, okay.
there you go. Can you reach your feet at all? Or your ankles?
Yeah.
Can you keep your head on the ground? Okay, now can you just sway a little on your lower back and forth? How does that feel? If it feels like it's strenuous, go ahead and just grab behind your knees.
No, this is okay.
Yeah? This is called happy vapor. Happy baby.
Is it for your spine?
It's for your spine, it's for your groin, it's for your lower back.
No, I can feel it on my spine, actually. It kind of hurts, but I can feel my spine hitting the ground.
Oh, okay, you might need a little padding under it. But ideally, Dad, that's what I'm saying, if you grabbed, you don't have to do it again, but if you grabbed the back of your knees, the goal is to bring your knees wide.
Yeah,
and
no,
your
that
feet
makes
wide,
sense, yeah.
Okay? Then eventually, if you could even grab here, you're just slightly pulling them in right towards my armpits.
I got you.
Okay?
Makes
And
sense.
then you're just rocking a little.
Yeah, alright.
Happy baby. Alright, now just lay totally flat. Bring your feet out. Sneak back. There you go. Okay. Now let your toes roll out. Rotating your legs open, hips open. Go ahead and lay your head on the ground. Palms can be up or down. And we're going to do a body scan. This is called Shavasana, corpse posture. The resting posture is posture you do at the end of every yoga class. Regulates your nervous system. So relax the crown of your head.
But you're not supposed to have your legs, the side of your feet on the ground?
No, just relax.
Oh, okay.
Everything is just relax.
Okay, yeah.
Falling open is what? Toes falling open. No force or strenuous effort here. Breathe. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your jaw. The shoulders feel heavy. The elbows feel heavy in the back of the hands. The glutes fall into the mat. Relaxing the quads. Backs of your knees. Relax your toes. Let the breath start to become natural in and out without any effort. Notice what it feels like as the belly just gently rises and falls. Relax the ears.
You know, I've noticed this basically my whole life. I can be sitting by myself, say whatever, back years ago, reading a magazine or something. And if I consciously tell myself, what are you doing right now? I usually am holding the neck really tight. It's just amazing how how unrelaxed I am. I mean, in the course of an average day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Is that
You're
true for
gripping.
most people? I mean, whatever it is,
No, I mean, I think it could be true for a lot of people.
I don't know if that's anxiety, whatever it is, but I mean, you just, or just grabbing the side of it, like not like a dentist thing, which is, by the way, I've really learned how to go to the dentist. You don't grip the tight side of the chair. Just let your arms, and I don't even dislike the dentist, you know what I mean?
Right.
But naturally, when you're there, when I'm having my teeth cleaned, I notice the hygienist does. I don't even think I'm not shaking, but like I'll grab it and I'll say to myself, stop, just relax. It's just, but I do it like all the time in my life. Do you know what I mean?
You need yoga.
Yeah, no, I just have to pay attention. I mean, I probably grab
Right.
the steering wheel too hard.
And the breath. The moment you take a big inhale and a big
Yeah,
exhale, your body just naturally
Well, that's what I
wants to
do. I mean, in
release.
terms of centering prayer, that's the, and then, yeah, that's the meditative part. Is, it's a prayer word that I have. Peace is what I use. Because your mind starts to wander, and did I pay the,
Well, right, you just
the
come
health,
back.
the insurance bill or whatever. And I'm thinking, no. But you have to catch yourself, because you can do that for 20 minutes or half an hour, and then I have, a little, stop, wait. I used to do it all the time. I have a little alarm clock, and it just beeps very softly, and I put it for half an hour. And if you're not distracted, it seems like it goes on for hours and hours and hours. I mean, not in a pleasant way.
Right.
And then when it just goes by real quick, you've literally solved the problems of the world. You've completely reviewed what a jerk you were in all your love relationships. You know what I mean? And then it's over and you go, wow, that was fast. And you got and by the way, this is what Thomas Keating says. We are doing this to give back, to release ourselves from judgment. And that's part of the thing. He said, and the worst thing you can do is when it's over, whatever it is that you've put the time that you want to put in, is that you critique what happened. He says, just then don't do it. The point is, and this is what I love, because this is the participation trophy thing. He said the value is in doing it, not in what. It's like, people say, I don't get anything out of church. Well, you're not going to get anything out of church if you are expecting to go into church and get something out of it. So anyway, I think you'd like that center of prayer. I do.
Oh,
And
I'm
you don't
sure
have
I
to
would.
necessarily.
I mean, the yogic principles are very similar.
Catholic monks, but I mean, they have also used this opportunity. Merton started it with Dalai Lama. The East-West. That's the thing I love about that part of Catholic theology. That is, they resurrected it, and now it's being lost again. I mean, I was just reading something because they have a group on Center of Prayer and national group, and there's groups all over the country, and they're talking about how young priests are just unbelievably conservative. I mean, in a bad way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The real doctrinaire, following the rules, and the reality is, it's just, you would love these guys. And I'm not being critical. I mean, their concept of God is awesome. It's really, and they talk less about Jesus than they do about God. Because,
Jesus was man.
well, the man and, divinity and human, but like Richard Rohr says, many Catholics think that Christ was Jesus' last name, which I think is hilarious. The Christ is the divinity of Jesus.
Right.
Jesus became Jesus Christ when he died on the cross. Many people don't know this.
People don't know all sorts of things.
And it's allegorical too, and not metaphysical. What do you call them? Where Jesus is giving messages. It's not, and they say you take a Donald Trump literally instead of figuratively, which is bullshit, by the way. You gotta take them, but you can't take what Jesus said literally. You can't.
Right.
I mean, because things change, you know, like when he fed the loaves and fishes.
Oh, right.
This is my own, and
Water
I've
and
heard
wine.
this from Jesuits. He didn't create more than, he was able to work with everybody so that people were satisfied with what they got. You know? Anyway, you know, I'm raising Lazarus from the dead. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I don't mind talking about this. The larger part of, that's your heart, you know, your soul. That's the part of yoga that I think is important.
Yes.
Because it's internal.
Yeah.
And then all of those things are, I think, because you could sit there in a cross-legged pose quietly for hours and hours and hours and meditate
Right.
in a yoga pose. But they have all these other things because it's also all internal, it's all here, but it's making you healthier too. You know what I mean? I mean, they discovered that when you do these things and you're stretching and you're doing, it's a good combination of both, I think.
Exactly. No, it's exactly what it is. And I have a book that I'm going to give you when I've all amped up with it, but called The Yamas and the Niyamas, which is kind of like the spiritual, moral code, moral principles of yoga, yogic like thought.
Yeah.
And the yamas are like the restraints, the things we need to kind of release, and then the niyamas are observations in life. So there's 5 yamas and I think 5 niyamas. I'd have to look, but one is like, non-grasping is one, letting things just be as they are, trying not to hold on and grip so tight as if you have control over
Well,
things.
that's the part of to be.
Right. And then there's a niyama about purity, and that's really just about, or truthfulness, which is about, it's basically being real versus, or being nice versus being kind,
Right, okay, gotcha.
So, but that might be fun for you. It sounds like you could be into some yoga philosophy.
Well, because it's bigger than, you know, and that's the part that.
Well, there's 8 limbs of yoga. They call it asana, posture, which we just did, is one of them, and pranayama is breath, which is another. And you're supposed to ascend the 8 limbs until you kind of reach this pinnacle, which is being, kind of surrendering yourself to the divine part of the universe.
Well, that's the whole thing, yeah.
Asana, posture, is just one of the things.
But that's the thing that you have to be realistic, because Thomas Keating says, is, I'm just going to tell you this because you're going to become so impatient you're going to stop, and don't stop. But he said, I've been doing this, I've been a monk for whatever it was, a lot, like 60 years. And he said, I only really fleetingly had a glimpse of the eternal presence. So it took me 40 years to get there. You know?
Right.
And he's smiling, and I get it. People think, oh shit. It's like, there's no, this isn't entertainment. You're not here, God's not gonna come to you because you've done these things a couple of times. You know what I mean? And it really becomes what's, in your mind, that's the faith part, is that you convert your mind to understand that that's where God is. See, God is everywhere. God's in us. Keating says is we can become like God. Not God.
Right, like.
And that's what God wants for us, is to be like Him. I just find it fascinating.
Yeah, no, I do too.
I mean, you can get all this crazy 1950s catechism. I'm not saying, it's fine for, and I do a lot of rote prayers. I have these 7 prayers I say every day, sometimes many times a day, and it's intentional, It's intentional,
And that's so we'll do this another time, because I wanted to do this to show you everything first.
Yeah, no,
but
this is good.
ideally, we would do this whole thing.
You gotta practice.
It would take an hour, and we do one thing to the next, where I'm cueing you to breathe the whole time.
Yeah, you got this.
Oh yeah. This is, I can send you this, but this is not, I don't think it'd be as helpful. Then we can record it just doing one thing to the next.
But do you have it? Are you
Yeah.
recording? Can
Yeah.
you send it to me just so I can?
Sure,
Okay.
yeah. Well,
'Cause
let's
I've gotta-
wrap it up, and then
Because when
we can keep
if I
thinking.
just read this stuff, some of it I'm not.
It helps roll to one side, so roll towards me onto your side.
Oh, you just don't try to go like this. That's what dudes do.
Okay, now sit however is comfortable.
Yeah, that is not a comfortable thing for me, but
Okay.
I'll do it. I mean,
You wanna sit on a block?
No.
Because it takes flexion out of the hip if you sit on a block.
It's fine.
Okay, so we're just gonna close our practice. So bring your hands to heart center. Inhale your thumbs to third eye. In between your eyebrows. So inhale thumbs to third eye. Inhale your thumbs to your eyebrows.
What do we do? Oh.
There you go. Inhale. And exhale, hands down.
Beautiful. Thank you. It was much more enjoyable than last Saturday.